This is a postcard from Aaron in Hell's Kitchen. Here is a John Baldessari tribute you didn't know you needed.
Oh.
That's something that I don't quite understand. I think this might be the first question I've asked. What was the last movie you walked out of? I think I talked about this on the show. It was the Judd Nelson film From the Hip.
Oh, yeah.
And I walked out of it against my will.
I don't know if I've ever walked out on a movie.
There was a really awful experimental short film program at the film festival one year. Boy, we walked out of that one and we were happy to do it because it was terrible. So there we go. Pokey dots. Sean Henry. New fashion sunglasses. Who is that? Is that Schlafly? It looks like Schlafly. I'm going to get the timing wrong for this card and unboxing, but happy July 4th. Any favorite Independence Day movies? Not Independence Day.
There's a movie that Donald Sutherland made back in the 80s. It's an adaptation of a Steinbeck novel. He's at a party, and it's a 4th of July party, and he keeps saying, Happy 4th, Happy 4th, Happy 4th. And I don't know if there's been a more Canadian moment in it, because I just want to be like, people don't say that. And if they did, you don't know how to say it. It's like having Woody Allen being in a movie going, Merry Christmas. It just doesn't work.
All right, there you go. Ooh.
Oh, that would have been nice.
This is from Tyler. I think this is a different Tyler than the Tyler who often sends us postcards. Is that supposed to be Laurel and Hardy? I think it's a Laurel and Hardy knockoff.
It's a priest talking to a plump man. What does he have to say about beer?
Beer's bad? That's what I think about it. There's no bad beer, sir. Some's better than others, that's all. How droll. I've been watching for a couple of years, and this is the first time I've written in. I wanted it to ask if you've ever seen the film Bill. It's set during the missing years of William Shakespeare's, as he goes from hopeless late player to nemesis.
To being a writer.
While stopping in assassination attempt at the Queen. Have you seen this movie?
I have not heard of this movie.
P.S. I found this postcard in an antique mall, and I thought as good was the sentiment of the thing. See, there's this thing that's obscuring your words at the moment.
Okay.
That the post office does that. I haven't seen that movie. It does sound interesting. Laura B. from Akron, Ohio. Really liked the show. There's somebody we know all about. He's been on our show before.
In that costume.
Laura has sent us quite a stack of postcards, and I'm going to spread them out over the weeks.
Decades.
Nice.
Thanks. That was for my own protection.
Federico. There's Humphrey Bogart. How has doing the show for so long changed you as people? That's a big question. I think it's made me more analytical in general about everything. I'm able to engage that part of my mind more readily as a result of having to do it on the show constantly.
We've been doing this for so long, I don't even remember who I was before.
This is Grayson from Milledgeville, Milledgeville, Georgia. I thought that G was a C, and then I noticed the zip code, and I realized that it was not beginning with a 9, so it's not California.
Nope.
I opened this envelope up, and a little Susan B. Anthony dollar fell out.
Hey!
We also have a $2 bill.
Ooh.
You don't see those very often anymore.
2003.
2003? They're still making Are they still making $2 bills?
I guess so.
This is a thank you card. Dear Matt and Craig, I've been watching since 5th grade, and now I'm about to graduate college. Oh my God.
Wait.
So I thought it was time to pay up. Thank you for teaching me how to watch and critique movies. I've been watching newer horror and trying to find the deeper meaning in movies like Hereditary and Midsommar. Have y'all seen 2018's The Clove Hitch Killer? It explores the relationship between father and son in life in suburban middle America. It's also one of the suspenseful movies I've seen. I have not seen it, Grayson.
No, I haven't either.
When you go to welcometothebasementshow.com, that is our personal website, there are all of our episodes there that you can watch, and there's also PayPal donation buttons that you can click on to make a one-time or rolling monthly donation to help support our show.
This is true.
This is a list of our current monthly rolling donors. Jared, Jeremy, Graham, Eden, Tiffany, Brandon, Malcolm, Charles, William, Vincent, Vance, Carson, Sarah, Victor, Daniel, Krista, Maurizio, James, Michael, Alexander, Dan, David, the Factory Boys. Improv group that.
They're an improv group?
That's my understanding.
Really? Where are they based out of?
Don't know.
Okay.
The rest of our donors later in the show.
You send us questions and we answer select ones.
Sour Juggernaut. Best film find from a thrift store. Something out of print or something that you've always wanted to own. I happened across the then out of print Criterion Robocop from like the first run. I think it's Criterion number 4 or something like that. It had long been out of print. And it was special because the reissue of Robocop did not have the Paul Verhoeven commentary track. So I was really excited to get that. Unfortunately, years later, after I upgraded my TV situation, I found out that it was not an anamorphic picture, and it's very tiny, and it doesn't look very good. So,
but you can still listen to Verhoeven in tone about his thoughts on Robocops and state of 80s America.
And I'm sure that Robocop has been reissued since then, and it probably has that Verhoeven commentary. But
Criterion Collection has a Robocop.
But at the time I found it, and I got it for like $3, it was out of print, and I looked it up, and it was going on eBay for like $40-50.
Mason Chennels writes, have you ever come across a work that you liked or felt that you liked, but couldn't fully put together the pieces and understand why you liked it? Richard Brautigan has a novel called In Watermelon Sugar, and it just seems like this weird kind of echoing poem that goes through the entire thing. I don't know what it's all about. Bertolucci's The Conformist. I saw that a few times when I was in college, and I could not make heads or tails of it, other than the fact that the cinematography was really amazing. Those are the questions. Those are the answers. You have questions? Put them in the comments.
A lot of what we receive in our P.O. box are records, and I have been listening to a lot of them lately, and so I'm going to talk about a few that you've sent in to our show. The first is the exciting sounds of model road racing.
How exciting is it?
It features music by the Phantom Surfers.
I want to hear what you have to say about this album, man.
Well, let me tell you. It's a big romper. It gave me a good case of Flutterfinger. It's a real juice sucker when it comes to the powder puffs and the scarfers.
Are these tracks from the album, or are you reading reviews?
No, this is the language of the model road racer. It's a glossary that happens on the back. In conclusion, it's a real raunch that made me feel like I was bashing wheels. I really thought this was some weird artifact from the mid-60s. And they really fooled me. This came out in 1997.
Oh.
Yeah. The Phantom Surfers are this weird throwback band who does these weird albums. Okay, so there's some kind of odd spoken word stuff about how great slot car racing is and how it's much cooler than surfing. It's a put on, and they fooled me because I had to look it up. Now, musically, this doesn't really give you much. It's rather generic surf rock. The fidelity is pretty low. It sounds like you're listening to this through a clock radio. But as just a piece of weird art, the album cover, along with what's on it, it's just so fascinating that I've never seen anything like it. File under slot cars. So that is the exciting sounds of model road racing. It needs to be heard to be believed. Next up, we have Devo Live. Devo, the Men Machines. So this is an EP. I thought this was a full-length thing. It only got 6 songs on it, which kind of is okay, because a lot of Devo all at once sometimes is a bit too much.
It's daunting, yes.
Yeah. This has got a lot of their most famous songs on it, most notably Whip It. Girl You Want, which is another one. Gates of Steel, my personal favorite Devo song. And it's a really good live record, and it's a really good rock record. It shows you that Devo was really a rock and roll band. They weren't just these weirdos who were trying to devolve music.
Yeah. They performed on Fridays, kind of SNL style show. Yeah, knockoff. And their performance on that show is one of the best live performances I've ever seen on TV.
She's just a girl. She's just a girl. The girl you want.
Hey, we got more donors here. We have Jawaka Records and Things. Kendall, Robert, Amy, John, Tabitha, Jenny, Mark, Ruben, Larissa, Christopher, Jonathan, Andrew, Corey, Danielle, Paul, Jorge, Stephen, and Jerry. Thank you.
This package is from Dare. Somewhere in California.
This package is from Grace C.
Always take the dare. Happy Pride 2021. The dare. The dare seems I don't know. I'm not sure I'm ready for the dare. Let's find out what this. If you could have one more night with that someone, what would you do?
Sex.
The dare. I imagine it's, you dare Adam Fleming and Johnny Michael Cassidy, now in their early 30s. I'm really blind. I'm a blind man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Mr. Magoo up in this.
Nah.
Road hogs. Okay, this is the dare. It's guy on guy action, and typically it's not my thing, but I can't deny the curiosity.
He cannot deny a dare.
I can't deny a dare.
He
I've
can't.
never been one for dares.
No.
I'm not a daredevil.
Hey, Grace C sends us this. Grace C sends us this, and this is a tie-in to an episode from just a couple months ago. Hey there, basement dwellers. This one has all of Gulliver's Travels.
Oh.
Plural. And some exceptional acting talent to boot. Enjoy. Gulliver's Travels.
There were a lot of people that left comments about this saying that this was their favorite adaptation of Gulliver's Travels.
Wow.
So I'm really interested in this.
This has some people in it. Ted Danson, of course. His wife, Mary Steenburgen. Elfrey Woodard. Peter O'Toole. Edward Woodward. Kristen Scott Thomas. And Geraldine Chaplin. That's a nice cast. Peter O'Toole. I'm Peter O'Toole.
We've opened the mail. We've chatted the chat. And what are you going to do now?
I'm going to flush out my eye. I got this thing in it.
I don't want to hear about that.
Well, I don't want them to think I'm stoned. That's what I'm going to do. We're going to talk about scheduling things.
We're going to talk about scheduling.
Yeah.
We're going to go upstairs. We're going to listen to some music. And we're going to
Yeah.
talk about scheduling.
Find a place to do some slot car racing.
A little peek behind the curtain for you. This is what we do after the show. We talk about scheduling.
Yes. Drink wine and listen to records.
Yeah!